the puppy top, and oh, Nico support.
Okay. Nico support from On, while we'll have the brand jungle for Tarzan. Game number 1 in this best of 5 to determine which LPL team gets 3 turret shots for nothing. Now we'll see if BLG can get something back on the other side of the map. Breathe, gonna be under a little bit of pressure here. Nice and early, slamming it back into the wall. Sean needs a little bit more damage. Projectile in the air ain't gonna be enough out.
See his journey through. Kind of sound. Oh, hang on.
Hold on, we got a bit of a problem over here in the mid lane. Xiaohu trying to flash away and stay alive. BLG have enough manpower nearby to just wipe the waves out before anything else can really happen. Nice, little bit of damage coming out from Tarzan, but he can't go any further forward. Tarzan and Elk both chunked down to about half HP whenever I see him. The QSS picked up for Xiaohu, does not want to get locked up, does not want to get punished. Nice damage from Elk, he just shot him straight. Ready to keep this one going. Breathe has made his way into the fight. The Dragon's down to half HP. Breathe jumps in, tries to tackle On, but it ain't gonna do a whole lot just yet. Ben's still looking for the angle. Nice ejection onto the Skarner. They're trying to control the Drake. Breathe still in the front line. Drake down about 1,000. It's gonna be slain by Xiaohu. As now Weibo continue their push forward. BLG falling back as the hostile takeover doesn't do a whole lot. You've got Pin in the back line, but he ain't gonna be able to do anything in a 1v3. Weibo take him out, and they want even more. A shutdown of an Light as the Callista claims a second. Shun, Elk, and On all trying to escape as Tarzan's looking to burn down the AD carry. Elk will continue whittling away. Entries takes his soul. As well, Ben has made his way back into the fight. Stuns up Xiaohu. The counter-strike is there. Fate Seal to try to get away, but no! Elk snipes him down. Ben's gonna keep on looking for even more as Shun goes in for a nice impale. Now On's gonna be killed off as well. Crisp drops. On and the rest of BLG all still alive. Find it. Weibo still trying to find their way in as On's gonna be your target. Goes into the pop blossom for the counter engage. Xiaohu's low, but he snaps back after grabbing the first kill. Now Breathe has to try to escape, but the hostile takeover over the wall is secured by Elk and BLG. Weibo continuing to try to get themselves back away from an advancing BLG. Xiaohu engages. He goes after On. He finds plenty of damage, but the kill isn't gonna happen just yet. Now with the stasis coming out from On, he survives for long enough for the 2-man impale, but there's no further dividends being paid. Bin now in the stasis trying to get away as Weibo continue pushing towards the BLG top laner. He goes back in for the counter-strike, but it does not matter. Light takes him down, and Weibo's already found 2 kills. Not being that huge X factor, it's night and day. Now, a nice pick coming out from BLG. Huge kill onto Tarzan as Knight's now got to try to escape. Xiaohu snaps back, but is it going to be enough? The bailout might just get him out of danger. Elk's going to be killed off. Xiaohu lives, and immediately Weibo are fighting right back. Crisp drop. Knight kills him, but Ben has to go golden to barely stay alive. Knight needs a little bit more damage. Pop Blossom to lock up the enemy top laner. A double kill of a Knight, and Smolder has scaled Redemption to try to keep Xiaohu and Light standing. Weibo, if nothing else, has to get the teleport out of the Jax. Baron down to half HP. BLG still poking. Shun goes in, finds a slam into the wall, and now the damage is going to focus on Breathe and Crisp. On still staying alive defensively as Tarzan secures the Baron. BLG is trying to keep everybody close by. A nice impale over the wall comes out from Shun to lock up Light. Now they're going to be able to find a kill on Xiaohu. Now they're going to finish another one there on Light. Weibo may have claimed the Baron, but what about the game? BLG is going to knock that one over, and the first super minion marches down the bottom lane. Breathe trying to get past them to cut the minion wave and save the game. Just buy enough time. Breathe still walking away, but the mid lane wave is crashing the Nexus turrets. Now Tarzan's under pressure as Ben zones him off. BLG trying to force the end of the game. 5 seconds left on the mid and AD carry of Weibo, but it will not matter. BLG take game 1.
What a back and forth battle here between BLG and Weibo. At the end of the day, it is another BLG win, but damn did Weibo make him work for it.
Back in competitive play.
I mean, this is screaming early game here. You have Elise who has to be ganking nonstop to make things happen, but it's also screaming Merc Treads on the other side. We are going to get Knight playing a Cinder. Excited to see if he can make it work, though.
All right, remember, log into your Riot account on LAAAAsports.com.
This is a full-on brawl. It's going to be a 10-player fight.
Yeah, Xiaohu has to dash back over the wall. Weibo still in the enemy jungle, but the big chicken is already going to be controlled. Light trying to get away, but the crash down comes out from On! And BLG's already got first blood It's about to go from bad to worse as Breathe has to try to escape, and the bombs keep bouncing in. Nice sidestep to get away from the rock, but they aren't done yet. They force the flash out of Xiaohu. He's burning down to the Ignite, but he will not die to it just E19. The last at play-ins, just 2020. But now, a potential dive down here in the bottom lane could be turned around as Bin on and Elk want some damage of their own. They put some hurt onto the enemy jungler, but it's going to be On who's mostly in trouble. First kill goes over to On, taking out Breathe, but a one-for-one trade already as Tarzan has to continue trying to run away.
Going to go against Bin. Especially, as I said, when he gets Merc Tread, Shun, though, looking for Xiaohu.
Yeah, Xiaohu slammed into the wall. Remember, he has no flash to try to get away. And Shun coming up to challenge for the grubs. BLG trying to get themselves away, flashing out of the range of the handshake. Weibo securing grub number one as Xiaohu's ready to join the fight. El taking a ton of damage. Calling coming over the wall as Xiaohu wants to dash after him. Last auto attack ain't gonna find the kill as now On's gonna try to get away and Breathe. Barely tries to kite it out. Shun needs a little bit more damage to try to take him down. And a lot of damage onto Bin's gonna be the first kill as Breathe survives.
Fights out in the later stages of the game when someone gets tanked.
Aggressive Fates call from Light, throwing Crisp in. Nice handshake accuracy there on Elk. He wants to use the satchel to get away, but the spears are already inside his chest. Beautifully done in the bottom lane. Spears in the rel means more damage even coming out, but the TP is available for Elk to try to reinforce his support if he needs to. Crash down for the extra shield, but it ain't gonna matter.
Weibo are not letting the Ziggs have a good time.
They are putting a bullseye on his back. Elk will try to escape, but the lockdown of the Maokai, the damage of the Elise, it's an E. Maokai can be tricky to dive though if you don't have the coordination in place. Twisted advance already, try to get himself back into a good spot, but it won't work. Impale from Shun.
Can be both last year and now at this tournament on things like the Ezreal as well.
Ooh, nice connect to the Ishtal impact coming out from Shun. Immediately into the unleashed power. Knight and Shun committed into the pit. Baron down to 3,000 HP. Engage comes in from On with a Magnet Storm. The Baron is secured by Tarzan, but now they gotta try to get away from BLG's collapse. Skarner's ulti finds one. Light to the rampage and Bin is down, but Light to the picture now too. Shun tries to escape, but he cannot survive. Tarzan barely getting away over the backside of the Baron pit as Breathe stands in a 1v3, but he stands not for long. It's BLG. They lost the Baron, but they're going to end up winning in kills. Breathe still getting away. You gotta be kidding me. He's still getting away. Downward fails. Breathe finally falls.
TP though.
But a TP's coming in as it looks like Weibo might just look to mop him up. Xiaohu ready to go in, guns blazing. On, finds Shattering Strike into the skin of the wing.
I think if he flashes early and doesn't let the rel actually get to him, then there's
nice
an angle.
Slam from Shun, immediately following it up there with the Impale as On slams back through with the Magnet Storm, has to try to get away before Light's gonna be saved by the bailout. They pick off the enemy AD carry, but BLG's gonna be careful now. Bin versus Breathe off to the side. Low health bars on BLG's front line. On dies first. Shun barely stays alive. Breathe's about to drop it. It's a 2-for-1 for BLG. Max range scat of the week. And Knight makes his Counter-Strike looking to lock up Breathe, beat him down. He flashes over the wall, but On's got the kill with the Ignite. Hostile takeover, low value. Shun goes in for the engage with the Impale, but he ain't gonna find the mark that he's looking for.
Nice.
On dies, Light out plays. He's taken out two. Weibo trying to continue the fight as Knight kills the enemy jungler. There's no junglers left. Light is struck down by Knight Syndra, and Crisp will be the last man to fall. And ace for BLG, ready to just demolish these turrets. Knight flawless on his Syndra. 7, 0, and 8 to take BLG.
He dashes in and then flashes after the auto is already buffered, so Rel just flips him back and just doesn't get to play the game.
Ah, no.
Look at that damage.
Yeah,
Maokai did
I
almost
see
as
it.
much.
This could be an interesting one. Now.
I mean, Sejuani Rumble is one of those pairings that we've seen be really popular with the LPL and LCK teams. We were talking about this morning when we were talking about draft, and they do have that triple melee top side here, plus a melee support, so it is going to be the Maokai getting... This is also pretty interesting. So Light has elected to go teleport. All of the BLG players were like...
All right, Breathe gonna get stunned up here for the counter-strike. Bin wants to get it done. First blood for Shun. But Bin has made his way to the fight first. All three grubs going to be secured now by BLG. Fate sealed, forces out a couple of flashes. Crisp now in the middle of everybody. Got to be careful trying to get back over the wall, but Bin's already going to grab the kill on him. Knight behind him, trying to keep everybody corralled. Perfect execution right back over the wall. Breathe finally makes his way in. Equalize.
Kind of sacrificing himself, but he wants a bit more here.
We saw this in the previous game. It's Bin and Shun working together to punish Xiaohu when Knight is no longer able to maintain
Now he's going to try and catch Crisp.
All right, let's see if Shun can get this done. Bin coming around with the counter-strike from the side. Crisp, only level 5, still pretty squishy here for the Maokai. They're chopping down trees with lampposts. Bin picking up another one as Shun escorts his top laner out. They'll rejoin with Elkin on, but Xiaohu locks up the Skarner and guarantees that Weibo can grab themselves their second last cannon man, be the only thing to try to walk up to the turret, but it ain't gonna get there in time. Breathe overheated. They immediately engage the Alistar ultimate, and BLG just brought it up down this tier 1 turret. The first turret's already gonna be killed up there in the top side. 2v1. Breathe wanted to try to stop Knight, and on the rumble with the Flame Spitter needs more.
In the draft.
And the question you posed earlier, Isaac, is now answered. On, what are you doing, buddy? On goes through the Hex Gate, knocks Tarzan back over the wall. Never mind, I should have never doubted. Beautiful impale from Shun, pulls back too. But the counterattack from Xiaohu is there with the Fate Seal. Massive damage on everybody on BLG, but Xiaohu is the first and only to die. Breathe comes in with the equalizer. Knight's gonna try to get away. BLG is burning, and Weibo is turning this whole fight around. Shun is about to drop. It looked good at the start, but Weibo suplexes. Going to be able to secure this, but BLG now stepping up a little bit late. Hex Tech Drake secured by Tarzan and Weibo, but now the Skarner ulti coming back over. Equalizer summoned up over the top. Tarzan is low, but he ain't gonna be killed off here just yet. Still staying alive a little bit longer. Tarzan burns down, and Shun's taking the kill. Light burst it down. Beautiful execution coming in from Knight as Crisp has to try to escape. It's 3 dead on Weibo. It's about to be 4. The dragon fight favored them last time, but this time around it is their death sentence.
It was a disaster for Crisp. We'll catch it in the replay. He goes to twisted advance on towards Elk as he dies, but
it's getting taxed constantly.
And now BLG get to set up a mid because they've already blown.
On engages with a massive 3-man knockup, but there ain't any follow-up to go behind it. On's just going to be the sacrificial Alistar as everything gets thrown.
I was hoping we could take the tower, then follow up, but nobody could auto, and now Xiaohu.
Xiaohu trying to get away from Bin's Jax. He's already used the Soul Unbound. Knight's ready and waiting. The storm strikes, but now the rest of Weibo's coming around to try to pick off Elk and Shun. A nice 2-man impale comes through, and into the back line goes Knight again. He's already found Light. It's lights out for Weibo. It is an ace for BLG.
What is a ghost to a king who brings it to the main stage and is happy to show his stuff?
Crisp in some trouble here. A shot goes in for the 3-man Skarner ulti. No follow-up just yet from BLG. Knight coming around from the side. Crisp is about to be killed off here at the very start. Fate sealed, but it is not enough. The only Fate sealed today is that of Weibo Gaming. Knight jumps back over the wall as Tarzan and Light scramble to survive. Light kites it out a little bit further, but finally drops. The best team in the LPL shows their worth yet again. They will crush 2023's demons, and they will earn a ticket to the World Finals in London. BLG is going all the way.
The super team
was not a given. They were a couple of bad fights, a couple of Baron calls away from not making it to quarters in the first place.